There is a habit that the most focused, most productive people in history shared. They didn't talk about it in interviews, they didn't put it in their books, it wasn't branded, it wasn't sold, because it sounds strange, almost wrong. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's called the 3 a.m. rule, and today we're going inside it. I need to say upfront, this is not about waking up at 3 a.m. It's not a sleep hack, and it's not for everyone. But if you've ever wondered why some people produce at a level that seems impossible, this is part of the answer. The 3 a.m. rule is this: the work you do when no one is watching, when no one is measuring, when there's no reward on the other side, that work is the only work that actually builds you. The number 3 a.m. is symbolic. It represents the hours no one sees, the draft that never got posted, the practice session at midnight, the problem you sat with for 6 hours on a Sunday. This is what separates the person who's been working on their craft for years and has nothing to show for it from the person who quietly became exceptional. The difference is simple. One worked when it felt good, the other worked when it didn't. Most people wait to feel motivated. High performers built systems that made feeling irrelevant. The 3 a.m. rule is the commitment to show up for the work even when the work is invisible to everyone else. There is a concept in psychology called intrinsic motivation. It means doing something for the internal reward, the satisfaction of the work itself, not for the external result. Research consistently shows that people driven by intrinsic motivation outperform externally motivated people over long timelines. But it goes even deeper. When you do the work in private, when there's no audience, your brain processes it differently. It encodes it as part of your identity, not your performance. This is why the writers who write every day, even badly, eventually develop a voice that feels inevitable. Why the athletes who practice alone become the ones teams fight to acquire. The invisible hours compound, the public hours perform. And in a world where everything is documented, posted, and measured, the person willing to do invisible work has a competitive advantage almost no one talks about. Here's how to actually use the 3 a.m. rule. 3 things. Find your invisible hour. Find one block of time, 45 to 90 minutes, where you can work without any possibility of being seen, rewarded, or validated. No posting after, no telling anyone. Just the work. The rule is whatever happens in this hour, you tell no one, not your friends, not social media. The work exists only in the output. Remove the measurement. During your invisible hour, no tracking app, no word count, no timer running. You are not measuring output, you are doing the work. This is counterintuitive. We've been told to measure everything, track your habits, count your reps. But measurement changes behavior. It shifts focus from the work to the metrics. Stack the invisible hours until they become undeniable. One invisible hour per day is 365 hours per year. That's 9 full 40-hour work weeks of uninterrupted, unmeasured, unperformed deep work. Most people will never accumulate that because most people only work when someone is watching. The 3 a.m. rule is a choice to work for future. You, not for today's audience. There is a version of you that exists only in the hours no one sees. That version is more honest than anything you post. The 3 a.m. rule asks a simple question: who are you when no one is watching? If the answer is someone who drifts, scrolls, and waits, that's the person you're building. If the answer is someone who works, that's the person you're becoming. Start tonight. 1 hour. No audience, no tracking, no reward, just you and the work. That's the silent edge. If this hit different, subscribe. Every week, one more edge.